Well, it was tough to get out of bed this morning when I saw the feels like temperature was like 3 or something ridiculous.
You know, we've had winter for about 24 hours. I think I'm done. I think we're good.
Right?
Unfortunately, Mother Nature may have other plans for us as we go toward the end of the week. We may have another chance at some snow moving in. We'll be looking at that here in just a second. By the way, today's high temperature of 28 degrees. Well, the last time we had a high below 30, you got to go back to almost a year ago. Oh, just 2 weeks shy of a year. 26 degrees was the high temperature. And again, that's the last time other than today that we had a high below the 30-degree mark. How about that? Now, as you look outside this evening, we've got a good evening in store. It's going to be cold for us, but clear skies out there. Great view here looking south from downtown on the Wade's RV Weather Camera Network. And mentioned it before, we were at 28 today. The morning low did drop down to 13, but it felt much colder than that. And right now we're sitting at 26 degrees, and that number will cool down as we head through the evening hours. Clear skies out there right now. We've had a few clouds, though, just kind of hugging far northeast Oklahoma. These clouds out here to the west, these are high-level clouds. These are way up in the upper levels of the atmosphere, made of tiny little ice crystals. Those are going to start to filter through as we go overnight tonight and into tomorrow, but not going to produce any sort of precipitation. Still expect that we'll see some sunshine tomorrow and keeping it quiet as we head into Tuesday. We'll also keep it quiet into Wednesday, but still chilly with a light north breeze. A reinforcing shot of some cool air just keeps those temperatures in check. And then all eyes focus on the end of the week. A storm system, the low itself with this system is going to be well down into the northwest Gulf of Mexico. But as this system tracks its way eastward, there is a chance we'll get some accumulating snows across parts of Oklahoma with maybe higher totals into southeast Oklahoma. We've been watching this closely for more on the impacts that this storm could bring us and a look at some of the confidence levels. Meteorologist Brandon Woolley is breaking that down. Brandon?
That is certainly right, Michael. We've been discussing this in the 2 News Weather Center all afternoon. So, of course, the important part is the track of the low pressure center. Any fluctuations of the low north or south will greatly change the snow amount forecast. Now, regarding the snow amounts, the totals will vary a lot from north to south across the entire 2 News forecast area, but higher totals probably in throughout southeast Oklahoma. Temperatures and wind. This system will bring not the high gusty winds that we experienced with the last system, thankfully, and temperatures won't be as cold across eastern Oklahoma and southeast Kansas. Now, our confidence level still pretty low in those snow amounts. So if you're seeing any model runs on Facebook or Twitter, kind of ignore those because we don't have that confidence level up just yet. Travel impacts probably the highest across southeast Oklahoma, and again, gusty winds and temperatures not too much of a factor with those temperatures staying just a little bit warmer with this system.
Yeah, exactly right, Brandon. And you mentioned how southeast Oklahoma would probably be the most likely area to have some impacts with this. And that's why I've highlighted here south and east with possibly higher snowfall accumulations. And then there's still some question how far north and west the chance for accumulating snow will line up. There could be a pretty sharp gradient from very little snow to quite a bit of snow as you go southeast. But this will be something that we continue to fine tune as we get a bit closer and as confidence starts to increase. So we'll have another update with that as we go into tomorrow. And now, speaking of tomorrow, let's look at the forecast. We'll start out in the teens again in the morning hours. Temperatures by the afternoon should make it up to that 30-degree mark, maybe even 31 or 32 in a couple of spots. Wind chills tomorrow morning, not as cold as this morning, but still rather cold with a lot of single digits still possible. Highs in the afternoon, 20s to the north, closer to freezing as you go farther to the south. And again, we'll stay just below freezing on Wednesday. Keeping an eye on that system Thursday night into Friday morning is when we'll have that chance for some snow moving in. We'll be fine-tuning that as we get closer. Temperatures will still be chilly as we go into the weekend as well. And we'll break down the 10-day forecast coming up at 6 o'clock.